when it comes to the um, legacy of Jonathan Edwards, I don't think you can just pinpoint it to one particular area because he had a great impact on a lot of different areas, from missions work to um, his writing, his preaching, his education at Yale, his love for education. In Marsden's book, he talks about his desire to educate the Native Americans. Oliver Crisp writes that Edwards was very interested in establishing a system of instruction, but he talks about how Edwards wanted to develop a kind of pedagogical episteme instead of implementing learning by just sheer memorization. Edwards envisioned a dialogic, or what is called a familiar method, that drew on new theories of learning. Uh, John Locke was one of those figures that Edwards was influenced by. For me, what impresses me the most, and what to me what is the most inspiring by Jonathan Edwards, was his education at Yale and his philosophical training. I believe, as George Marsden mentions, the reason he was such a brilliant communicator is because of his philosophical training. Because what philosophy does is it gives you the ability to articulate what it is you believe. It gives you the ability to construct logical arguments and spot out the logical fallacies. It gives you the ability to use inductive and deductive reasoning. And so I think that Jonathan Edwards was a brilliant communicator, and I'm sure he had natural gifts and abilities that God blessed him with. But I believe what really helped his ability to communicate well was his philosophical training, aided by his theological training. So I think that's what made him also a good apologist. Um, I think that if you believe something, you should be able to articulate it. And I think that's what philosophy can give you. It can give you that ability. And so when I think of the legacy of Jonathan Edwards, what stands out to me again is his love for education. I mean, a lot of things stand out to me, but if I had to narrow it down to two things, it's his love for education and his educational training at Yale. I was very impressed with that. Kyle Strobel, professor from Biola University, was greatly impacted by the legacy of Jonathan Edwards. In fact, Kyle Strobel did his PhD dissertation on the life of Jonathan Edwards. And so I think Jonathan Edwards will continue to influence, or his legacy will continue to influence and impact people in various ways, whether it be people who have a heart for missions or a heart for pastoring, or whatever the case may be. I think that Jonathan Edwards' legacy is multifaceted. That's my thoughts on the legacy of Jonathan Edwards.